inside this box was a box. And you can see from here. And what's in this box? Well, you're about to find out. Really? Inside this box is another box. A box and a box and a box. And now what's in this box? 5 cars alongside 2 accessories. By the way, this literally came early. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be reviewing the Cars Winter Vehicle 5-pack. So, if you don't know this, then this 5-pack is based on a Cars-themed book called Mater Saves Christmas. And it's a book that takes place in somewhere between December, mostly through Christmas, where Tech Hex goes to Radiator Springs and messes up all the stuff for Christmas, alongside the tuners, which were bad in the canon, but they seem to have redeemed in my videos. And Mater and McQueen have to go to the North Pole and get Santa car to try to stop Czech. This was the best I could describe it. But anyway, there's a lot of things I need to say about this. The first thing I'll say is, the box was smaller than I thought. I mean, when I saw promotional images of it, I thought it was going to be really, really big. But now that I see it in person, it looks really, really small. Another thing, it came with this metal box that I already opened, if you've seen the beginning part. And 3, this 5-pack was released early. Like, this is an Amazon exclusive 5-pack, and it was made available on August of 2025. I was honestly really excited to get this. I mean, I never owned any of the Christmas cars other than the snowmobile, who I might bring out in one part of the video, but I decided to wait until November to get this. I know Thanksgiving is a thing, which I'm hoping to get a Thanksgiving special out if I can. But Christmas stuff is always on stores in November. So yeah, ordered it on Wednesday, said it was going to arrive on Monday, and then it arrived early. It arrived yesterday and Friday. By the way, there's the Cars logo right there. Of course, Holiday Hotshot McQueen's artwork, in which he is covered in a bit of snow, alongside Mater here, with that reef he's carrying with his tow hook that I really like. And this part right here supposedly represents gift wrap. I mean, the bow thing. There's the back, and you can see here the cars included. There's Sally, Mater, Sarge, Doc Hudson, and Lightning McQueen, who, is it just me, or does it look like the promotional image for McQueen here looks like it's using the Cars 3 body? Yeah. Even though Holiday Hotshot McQueen has always been released in the Cars 1 body. I don't know. And also with two accessories, the Christmas tree and the gift, which I think is reused from Mini Racers advent calendars. Let's open it, shall we? I think we should. Alright guys, today we're going to be opening up this 5-pack now. This part right here, covered in tape. Started these tiny scissors now. I mean, they're technically scissors and they're a bit sharper. Yeah, they're usually from my mom, but they're usually for here. Yeah. And behold the cars. There's and all in this tray. There's also the accessories there. Right then. It should be easier to get out. Let's just move on to dock. There we go. Next. And let's get the... Actually, this might seem harder than I thought. Oh, there we go. We got Mater. And let's collect our McQueen and Sally. This is going to be harder than I thought. Come on, please. I need to review you two. It looks like the other cards are just freed. Go for... Yeah, put the tree out and the gift, which was also easier. Come on. Be free, McQueen. No one needs to free Sally. What? Squeeze that part right there. Seriously works. There we go. Now they're finally free. Well, that was harder than I thought. Anyway, so yeah, let's start off. These are all the cars out of the packaging, and let's start off with Holiday Hotshot Lightning McQueen. Usually I save the new stuff in the multi-packs for last, but for Holiday Hotshot McQueen, I mean, I never owned any 5 of these at all. But Holiday Hotshot McQueen, I have to go through first. Not just because me and Phil want to see him, but it's because he's the protagonist of the franchise. Of course, too, once it was me. But and from what I'm seeing, he's not. I mean, he kind of is metallic, still a bit. Here he is with Springsteen McQueen, another metallic McQueen. See, metallic is very shiny and really spot on. Another Queen I have is Muddy Rosie's Racing Center McQueen in metallic. And the metallic looks really, really good in here. And there's also the 2024 NASCAR McQueen. Might be the same level as in the 2024 NASCAR line. It's kind of what it seems like. And also, usually, Holiday Hot Shot McQueen's mouth is closed here. Which is actually where we're getting to. See, he has a different expression in which he's looking to the side. And of course, the expression is actually different from the typical Holiday Hot Shot McQueen from, like I said. His mouth is now open. Well, usually in a Holiday Hot Shot McQueen, it would be closed. But over here it is with a China McQueen, again Raider Springs McQueen, and a Thailand McQueen in the course 1 body. Which is here's Road Repair McQueen. You can see there's the sign. You can see nothing much going on other than the lightning bolt, which is now green and white. And he has white wolves. And they spin. Because they do. By the way, he has the gas cap right there. You see there's the back with nothing much going on other than the taillight stickers. There's the other side with the lightning bolt there, which is now green, like I said, and the white wolves. There's the base, which is surprisingly gray. Yeah. It wasn't like this on any other McQueen, from what I can tell. I don't know. Yeah, as you can see here, this is made in Vietnam. And now, let's move on to the next car. Second diecast I'll be reviewing is... Woohoo! Wintermator! I'm sorry, but I just had the courage to say it like that. And you can see, here he is with a regular China Mater and a Thailand Mater. Yeah, this is starting to become a China versus Thailand versus Vietnam. To start off, here's this winter-themed hat. I don't really know the actual name for it. But here it is. It's white and green. Of course, he has a much more different expression. And his engine is now white, 2%, except there was snow in it. And again, his front has some snow. And of course, he has a matte finish, which is surprisingly really good for a Vietnam diecast. Looks it always does well in Thailand, I feel like. By the way, there's the side, and as you can see here, he has off-road tires, actually snow tires in this case. And he has some good suspension, not gonna lie. With some snow detailing, of course, with blue and green rust. Towmater, towing and salvage, Raider springs. There's the back. It sees what you'll expect from a Mater. The caution stripes in the A113 license plate. Iconic one. And you see here the back is plastic. We know that. Okay, but just pointing it out since it was like this in Thailand. I believe it's also like this in the new China version of meter. There's the other side, of course, the same exact 2 meter towing and salvage, radiator springs, the blue and green rust with snow detailing in the snow tires, wheels. There's the base. See, this is the bumps there for the snow tires and the wheels. Honestly, the only other meters I can think of are that also kind of look like this are Reindeer Mater, which is another Christmas mater, and Off-Road Mater from Radiator Springs 500 and a half, even though that never appeared in the short. But anyway, moving on to the next diecast. Third diecast I'll be reviewing is Decked Out Doc Hudson. And it's really cool to get a new Doc Hudson variant. It doesn't really get that many since his voice actor Paul Newman died in 2008, and apparently when Cars 2 came out, they apparently killed off Doc, meaning that Doc Hudson is dead in the Cars universe. But now, of course, he was in the book since it came out before Cars 2, but anyway, here he is compared with a regular Doc Hudson. And for Zyland, there's Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet. You can see here, he has same eye expression, but the mouth expression is really different. It's not that often we get unique Doc Hudson expressions, I feel like. And also, he has the reef in there in the grill. There's the side. You see, with nothing much going on other than the Santa hat he's wearing, which is going through there. There's the wheels, which are like the white wheels that Doc has, but the rims are red, like they were when he was racing. There's of course the back, of course, with this Hudson Hornet part right there painted, and of course that rocket thing. There's the other side with nothing much going on. There's also the base, which, wow, look at that. It's chrome. I think you're gonna love that. At least it's props to Vietnam. Moving on to the next diecast. Fourth diecast we'll be going over is Snow Day Sally. So yeah, there's Snow Day Sally, and to compare, here's the regular Sally and a new Sally variant from Zyland. You can see here she's looking to the side in this direction, and her headlights are detailed here, like on your typical Sally diecasts nowadays, with the exception of Race and Rescue Sally. But anyway, and honestly, since this Sally came out in somewhere like 2008 or 2009 originally, it's honestly surprising to see that they actually detailed the headlights there. before the 2018 Sally. By the way, there's the signs. You can see, whoa! She has this blue decals along with snowflakes, albeit reshaped to look like wrenches. Since this is the Cars universe, of course. And of course, there's the earmuffs she has. Notice the wheels are different than usual. Has these snowflake looking rims here. Of course, there's the back, and even the tail lights were detailed. Wow. Hard to believe this much detail was in a Sally diecast before the 2018 version. Or Precision Series Sally. And they even painted in this part right there. No other Sally diecasts have done this. Again, I'm pretty sure this wasn't the Precision Series Sally, but still, this is really unique. Level of detail. By the way, there's the license plate. Of course, it says 301 PCE, like usual. There's the other side with the snowflakes and the blue decals and the wheels. There's the base. And now let's move on to the final diecast. Fifth and final diecast we'll be taking a look at is Sarge with roof lights. Yes, that's what this Sarge is called. By the way, here's Sarge, and to compare, here's your regular Sarge, and for Zyland, there's Pick Remember Sarge. See here, he has a very much different expression, and pretty much a really different expression from his original release. Since here's a look at the original release for Sarge with roof lights, and here's what he looked like. Seems like for in 2021 when they re-released the Sarge, his eyes were slided down a bit, and therefore a new Sarge with roof lights face variant was made for Vietnam. You can see here is the roof lights, which is the main detail since it's what it's called out of all things. Where's that star right there? And you can see here the 984673. There's the side. You can see here the badge right there, and his top part right there is now white, which I honestly really like. And also, like any other Sarge, this top part is metal while the rest of him is plastic. There's the back. You can see here that gas fuel right there. I don't know what that could be, but and another tire right there. And his license plate, it says 41 WW2, of course representing that he fought in World War II. There's the other side with, again, that badge right there, and also the wheels. They spin. There's the base. And now, let's move on to the Christmas tree, made out of cones. Well, there's nothing much going on. It's just a Christmas tree made out of cones. And there wasn't a previous Mini Racers Advent calendar. From what I can tell. Oh, by the way, yeah, there's actually something to mention about it. There's a star right there, and several cones stacked to look like the Christmas tree, and also looks glittery. It feels like it's covered in glitter, which honestly makes it look prettier. And of course, the gift box. It's just a red gift box. Not even, no detail in it. Just there, the bow tie. That's all I can mention off of it. So yeah, that's it for today, and let me know what your thoughts on this 5-pack is, and let me know what your thoughts on this version of Holiday Hot Summer Queen is. And also, I know I would have uploaded this like next Saturday, but I mean, this I literally arrived on yesterday, and I know I had to make a review of it. And let's also get into snowmobile in it. And also, these will probably not be the last time you will see any of these cars I reviewed. Like, they could be in a Christmas special if I were to make one this year. By the way, see you next time. Bye.